make a time and visit Impara on the 25th of July. I know most of you daybreakers know how far we came with Impara, and I know you're so proud of where it is, especially when we have Magical Roots on call, who at one time was our ambassador to that club to make sure that that club stands. So make time on 25th of July, and we go and visit our baby club, Rotary Club of Impara. The floor is open for you. I have 4 minutes to spare, friends, for the Rotary information. Okay. All indications are that people are still feeling the magic, and but at least we know that we have the 5-a-side draws today at Kampala CC, the Rotary Club of CC, this evening, Saturday. So please, for most of you who have applied to be part of that program, 5-a-side, please be there to pick, to know which group that you belong to this evening at Rotary Club of Sese. Okay. Yeah, again, I thank you today, this morning. As you know, all of you, we are in the month of Maternal Child House, and the Rotary Club of Kampala Daybreak has got interventions and would like to thank the change maker here and District Governor John Ndamira for coming up with that program. And we as Kampala Daybreak, we picked up with that program, and we have been having interventions in our communities around. And we couldn't have anyone better to handle this session other than the change maker president himself, who was part of that maternal child health program for our club and as our president then. So at this juncture, I would like to invite Rotarian Frederick Chitakure, our change maker president, PAG, to take over this session. Over to you, Rotarian Frederick Chitakure.
Amazing. Thank you very much, Irresistible President Amanya. I would like to check in whether I am audible.
Very much so.
Excellent. Thank you so much. I would like to begin by passing some bit of really very critical, very important information. And this is really about the upcoming club leadership seminar. This really will unleash the magic of being a vibrant club officer. So it is really to encourage all club officers, including those of Daybreakers, but also interested Rotarians, to please plug in this club leadership seminar that will be happening this very Saturday. It will be online. It's an online webinar. It will happen from 8 up to 11:30. And the keynote speaker is none other than our irresistible governor, Governor Ann Nkutu. So for all the PEs and all club officers that really meets the states and courts and all that, I really believe with all my heart that this is a must attend for you. So that I really want to leave that at that and plug in from where the irresistible President Amanya launched us to. Yes, indeed, maternal and child health is one of the 7 areas of focus under which we as Rotarians really engage and implement quite a number of interventions to really improve the health, not only of our mothers, but also of our children. And you pretty much know that while there has been great intervention, and we have seen the mortality rates reduce, but they're still there. Just so you know, 40 of every 1,000 babies really that are born live, they don't make it. I believe that this has come really from high numbers to where it is now, but I really believe that that too can be dealt with. Again, to know, average 336 to be exact, mothers of the 100,000 mothers that give birth person. And these are things that we talk about, and we believe that even the 336 can be stopped and dealt with. So the lots of interventions that have come on by government, by civil society, and indeed we as Rotarians being the people that serve to make this world better. And I would like to say that 3 years ago, the Rotary Club of Kampala Daybreak, again in partnership with Stanbic Bank, ventured into the same space to ensure that we will really enhance and reduce those numbers, the health of our mothers and our children that are born at that particular moment. And this morning, we would like to delve into the impact that this intervention, that this engagement has brought to life, and again, what is the future like, and all that. So it is my honor and privilege this morning to really welcome uh, our friends with whom we have had intervention at Chisugu, to be specific, at Chisugu Health Center 3 here in Kampala. And indeed, on average, 200 mothers on a monthly basis walk to that health center 3 to give birth. So this is yet again an opportunity in the hands of all of us to ensure that these 200 mothers and more really are able to receive good care as they bring to life irresistible babies. So we want to delve deep into this intervention, this area of really creating a little more impact, consolidating all that we have done in a very sustainable way. So we want to delve deep into this intervention championed by Stanbic Bank, our partners, and indeed us as a club. And again, I would like right now to introduce and welcome our panelists before we can delve into our discussion. And I would like to begin by welcoming none other than John Omongo. John Omongo is the senior medical officer at Chisugu Health Center 3. And not just that, he's also the in charge. And he is really in charge. He has taken charge and he is actually in charge. So welcome, John Omong, to discuss with us this morning. I will be coming back to you to start us off. But again, it is again my pleasure to welcome our own Rotarian Dorothy Achan. I really do not want to say IPP. I just want to say that Rotarian Dorothy Achan is the hope creator president of the of Kampala Daybreak. Again, during her tour of duty, we saw the club enhance yet a little more intervention and implementation of the maternal child health at Chisugu Health Center 3. Again, I did mention that this would never ever have been possible without the support of Stanbic Bank. It is now my privilege to welcome and receive Diana Odonga, and this one is the manager corporate and social investment in Stanbic Bank. So this is our panel this morning, and I would like to check their microphones. Good morning, John Omong, and welcome. How are you doing today?
Good morning, everyone. I'm okay. I'm happy to be in this daybreak as a panelist. Thank you so much.
Awesome, awesome. I like to check the microphone of our own Hope Creator President Dorothy. Good morning, President Dorothy. How is it in Shirasha?
Good morning. Indeed, it's sweet to be in Shirasha. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to be part of the panelists. Good morning, everyone. I'm glad to be here.
Wonderful. Thank you, Hope Creator President Dorothy. I'll now want to check the irresistible Diana Ondonga. Good morning, Diana, and welcome.
Good morning, Rotarian Frederick. I am loving the adjectives. I had magical, I had amazing, I had irresistible. I am honored to be here this morning and to join Rotarian Dorothy and John and the club for a conversation on maternal health. Thank you very much.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Friends, with no much further ado, we'll delve into this. And I would really like to start with you, John Omongo. In my introductory remarks, I did really touch a bit on what the state and what the situation is at Chisugu Health Center 3, but I did not actually delve into the detail. I would like you in only 1 minute to really give us a feel. What is this at the Chisugu Health Center? Where is it? What do you do? And how do you do it? What are your challenges? What challenges did you come up with when we as your partners and Stanbic showed up? Paint for us a picture of the situation of maternal and child health at Chisugu Health Center 3 in a minute. John Omongo, over to you.
Thank you so much, the President and my fellow panelists and everyone.
John Omongo, we can't hear
Audio
you.
has faded out.
Could we have lost you? Okay. In the interest of time, I'm sure that John Omongo will be back in a short while. But I will quickly move to my Hope Creator President that does not have a lead car at this moment. President Dorothy, I would really, first and foremost, really on behalf of our club and all these Rotarians, to thank you for leading us from the front, for leading us into the space of maternal and child health here in Chisugu Health Center 3. And I'm going to ask you $1 million question. Why Chisugu Health Center 3? President Dorothy.
Thank you so much, Moderator Rotarian Frederick. The why Kisugu Health Center. One, as the health center is centered around town, is where some of us get our services in case we have emergencies. Kisugu Health Center is located in Namuongo Hospital, just near the market side between Muyenga and industrial area. So why we visited them is we felt it's surrounded by workers of the factories and also those who are in the markets. So when we visited there, we found that they had some health needs, especially the mother and child care department. So when we made our assessments, we realized there were gaps which we could make some interventions. As I went there as a banker, and then when we made the assessments and I shared with my colleagues, Diana being our manager of CSI, we shared with her and she appreciated the idea. We decided to bring on board my immediate club, that is Rotary Club of Kampala Daybreak, into partnership to have these interventions done. We thought if we put hands together, we would do better than just one hand going into Kisugu and supporting the mothers. We realized like 200 mothers would visit the health center in a month, and they have a health day an antenatal day per week, and they receive like 80 mothers. And one thing we realized is these mothers, most of them can't afford some of the basics as mothers on antenatal. And then also we went ahead to find out the healthcare services after the antenatal. We also realized there are some few basics missing, and that is how we came to choose Kisugu Health Center.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you very much. I will not stop thanking you, Hope Creator President Dorothy, for creating hope of 80 plus mothers on a weekly basis in this facility. Thank you so much, together again with Daybreakers and all other Rotarians. I'll now come to, if not Rotarian, I will now start saying Rotarian to be Diana Odonga. One, again, on behalf of the entire Rotary fraternity, please do convey our sincere appreciation to Stanbic Bank for the great partnerships that we've had and your call to making this world a better place and all your investments to make sure this comes to reality. But I want to hear from you, and indeed from a global perspective, and again to a corporate perspective. I would like to hear from you, Diana. One, why maternal and child health? Why does Stanbic Bank, of all of the many things that you do, why did you consider to say, hey, we need to do something in maternal and child health, something that really, really, really very much fits and synchronizes well with our area of focus. But also, I will allow you some 2 minutes to speak into this. What is it that we have done? Dorothy has just told us here that 80 mothers show up a week, and then you told us we did a community needs assessment. I would like to hear from you, Diana. What are some of the interventions that you chose as you felt passionate about as Stanbic Bank to invest in this facility, and how far we, what is the investment, and what is the future like? I will allow you 3 to 4 minutes to speak to this. Over to you, Diana.
Thank you very much, Rotarian. On the question of why maternal health, as an organization, there are particular areas that we identify and we look at the most critical. The choice of maternal health was because at that time, for many of you, you may remember a story that broke at Kawempe Hospital where there were babies lying in chairs. That story prompted a conversation between Stanbic and the Ministry of Health, and that is when the decision to support maternal health started. That decision helped in decongesting Kawempe Referral Hospital. Remember, Kawempe is the national referral hospital. The team there used to handle 100 births a single day. So the plan was, one, to equip that hospital, but also to equip the hospitals and health centers that feed into Kawempe so that Kawempe can focus on the most critical cases. As an example, we know that Kisugu handles up to 200 mothers a month. Now, when you equip Kisugu to handle those cases, they do not need to refer them to Kawempe Referral Hospital. So I know that in the Ministry of Health, they call it the spoke and wheel, where systems are supporting each other to deliver maternal health care on site and reduce cases of referral to the National Referral Hospital. Also, when you look at the statistic, and there have been improvements, the last report as at the end of 2022 indicated that the maternal deaths have dropped from 336 to 189 out of 100,000 live births. We can celebrate that. But you know what that means? That every 1 million births that happen in Uganda, we are losing almost 2,000 mothers. That is a statistic that prompted us to even escalate the activity in this area. And I'm happy to report that there are efforts happening as Stanbic, as Rotary, as the Ministry of Health to bring down this number. In terms of what we have done together with Rotary, the intervention started in 2022, and I believe that year we delivered an incubator which helps babies as soon as they are born. We also delivered some mama kits, and thank you for showing that picture. We delivered mama kits. And what is a mama kit? A mama kit is a set of items that a mother needs when she's going to deliver a baby. Most of us on this call here, I would say comfortably, are privileged and may have insurance or may be able to pay for these services. It means that when you go to have your baby, you don't have to carry your mama kit. But outside where we live, our sisters, our siblings, our cousins, our relatives in different parts of the country must carry a mama kit to be able to get the support. So we usually carry along a mama kit for the mothers in the region. In addition, we also delivered some items for the prematures, I believe, and Dorothy, I stand corrected, some milk, but also some amenities for the mothers. We did some work with the Daily Monitor as well, where we delivered mattresses and I think some beds. I don't have the details, but if I were to cost how much has been invested by Stanbic, by Rotary, by the Nation Media, I would place it at close to 70 million. And when you think about it, 70 million shillings is making a difference for more than maybe 10,000 mothers. Because when it comes to the equipment, it means that it can be reused. Any mother that walks in there is assured that they will receive support. When you look at the leading causes of maternal deaths in our country, they are preventable. Among some of them include postpartum hemorrhage and also preeclampsia. With early detection, a mother can receive help and the lives of both the mother and the baby can be saved. So in addition to equipment, in addition to mama kits, there is work we're doing with the Ministry of Health to educate mothers, educate women that before you go to a traditional birth attendant, can you please pass by Mr. Omongo's facility and get checked properly? So Rotarian, that is really a response to your question. Thank you.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so
Rotarian,
much.
I think to add, Rotarian, if you'd allow me
Please go
to
ahead.
add,
Please go ahead.
the mama kit costs about 40,000 shillings only. I want you to think about a night when you have gone out, or I want you to think about the lunch, and this is me trying to guilt trip people, that can we spare that one meal and make a contribution to a mama kit? It makes a huge difference for a mother somewhere in Kampala or in any part of the country. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you very much indeed, a Rotarian to be then, and I will really continue and I will insist on that because you're a true Rotarian at heart. All that we need to do is to officially welcome and receive you. But thank you so much. I would like now to turn back to you, John Odong, if you're back with us. Are you with us, John?
Yes, I'm there.
Excellent. Excellent.
Sorry for disappearing.
It is quite understandable, but this is what I would like you to speak into. We've really had a feel of what Chisugu Center is like, why Chisugu Center. You know, sometimes we Rotarians in the city think that, you know what, the need is actually far, far, far there deep in the villages. No, that is a myth actually. Sometimes the need is just in front of our eyes, walking distance, and that the need is there, boom, in our eyes. And thank you for making waking us up to this reality, then and Stanbic Bank as well. Now, John, I would like really to come to you. We've heard about the investment of over 70 million. We've heard about the mama kits that have been donated. We've heard about we've seen the metro machine that has been donated. We've heard about the radiant machine that has been donated, among many other assorted items that this hospital has received. I would like to allow you space of 3 minutes and really paint for us a picture. What impact has this concept created in Kisugu Health Center City? Over to you, John.
Thank you so much. Actually, we appreciate, we are happy for what the Rotarians, the Stanbic Bank has done to Kisugu Health Center. Our location is in a slumpy area, a population of a catchment area of 43,957. And this population is a slum area, which means people are poor, they cannot access expensive health care. And now in Kisugu, we offer free services, especially the maternal services. We do deliveries, we do antenatal care, we do family planning. We also do immunization of children, and we care for the mothers who have delivered. These are the key services for maternal health. Now, Stanbic Bank, Rotary, you have really done much for us, because our major activity, major management is always referral. Actually, we have to continue that referral because of, in fact, we are referring, like last year, we referred 850 mothers. And these mothers had complications. They have to go to other places, because for us, we don't do cesarean section, where we don't have a theater. But now we are able to somehow do some care for the children who have asphyxia, who are premature, the premature babies. We can use the incubator to help them, and we have done this to about 15 babies. They're all of last year. So really, what has been done has helped us, and the mothers are coming. They are motivated to come. Only some few and others have not yet got time to pick what we are doing, and this needs a collective effort for us to continue to sensitize the population, our catchment population, to attend to the facility. So actually, we are trying our best to make sure that at least mothers come to the facilities they are attended to, and they go when they have got the service. That's what I can say. Thank you so much.
Very good, very good. Thank you very much for substantiating indeed the impact and on what this intervention has created. In the few minutes that I have, I really want to pick only three comments and questions, and I would like to put my panelists here on notice that after responding to the questions, prepare your parting shots, and then we'll delve into other engagement shortly. But I would like really to open this up. You've had the intervention and you've had the comments, and I really want to give a golden moment to none other than Rotarian Lynn. I don't know whether you're in. I would really want you to lean in right now. Why am I giving you a golden moment? This golden moment is really in appreciation to your big heart, good gesture. While intervening in this intervention at Kisugu Health Center, God, I think, spoke to your heart, and you adopted one of the child mothers. Child mothers is a reality and one of the challenges at this health facility. So I would like to invite you, Rotarian Lynn, if you're on call, and I can see indeed you are, I will allow you a space of 30 seconds to tell us what prompted you to do this And how does this make you feel? How has this impacted your personal life and also the life of this child mother? In 30 seconds, Rotarian Lee.
Thank you very much, Rotarian Frederick. A very good morning to all of you. Thanks for the space that you have given me. Yeah, what prompted me? First of all, I'm a mother to many, not only to my children. I felt pity. The girl was so miserable. She looked somebody who didn't like the pregnancy that she had. And indeed, the period that we have been together as my child, I have come to realize she didn't really want the child. Actually, if we had not come in to help out, she was ready to leave the child in the hospital. So God talked to me to take up the child, and I'm happy to inform you that she's very healthy and the baby is also growing and very healthy. She's a happy girl. And what I've done, though I'd not informed my seniors, I've gone further to take her up and skill her. At least by now she has something to do. She's not regretting having the baby because she can take care of herself and her child. Thank you very much for the space.
How has this impacted your life?
Oh my God, I'm the happiest person. Seeing Shadia and Amias happy and living. I feel she's part of me and it gives me satisfaction. I feel complete as a mother.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you very much, and may God richly bless you. This is true reality and our vision as Rotary coming to life. Our vision stating that together we see a world where people unite. Indeed, we are uniting with the Stanbic Bank, Kampala Daybreak, and Chisubu Health Facility, and quite a number of goodwill people. To do what? To take action and cause lasting change. I'm sure that there will be lasting change not only in the mothers, but also in the life of this daughter. To cause lasting change, one in the communities globally, but also us individuals. What a realization of our vision in this great intervention. Thank you, Lynn, for completing the equation of our vision as Rotary. I would like to welcome your question or comment in 30 seconds. Rotarian Ruth Kanyaruju, please unmute and voice your question or comment.
Thank you, moderator. Good morning to the panelists once again. I would like to ask a question or bring an opinion and throw it to all of you. From what I have heard, Chisubu has a lot of demands. For instance, they don't have a theater. And also, maybe the nursery is not that moderate. If we are to take this project on a higher level and make it our global project, where we can get a global grant and then continue partnering with Stanbic, what project would we go in, John? And this goes particularly to John. If we are say we want to do an investment for maybe something that would last a year or two and make it major, what would we go in? Would we go in for the theater or for the nursery? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Rotarian Ruth, for that. And I will allow to take a little more questions because I will not be coming to this. And I would like to pick one question or comment, and this will go to you, Diana Odong. And the question is really that we seem to have a great plan, but the challenge is still real at Kawempe National Referral Hospital, which is actually not yet supported enough. There was a similar incident recently where a mother was referred from Kono Hospital to Kawempe National Referral Hospital only to be rushed to Mulago Women's Hospital private wing. I think that is a comment, and it goes to you if you can speak to that. Diana at some point. And thank you, Ruth, for that question. And I would like to request, and it is to you, Odong, if you could please speak to that in the short, in 1 minute, each one of you. Let's start with you, Odong, then to Diana.
Okay, Ondoka. Thank you very much, Rotarian. To that question on Kawempe, I'll say this. Is it perfect? It isn't. Are there improvements? There are massive improvements. Do we sit and judge and bash, or do we decide to make a meaningful contribution and add to the improvements? At the end of the day, I believe that as Rotarians and as Stanbic Bank, we have chosen to be a part of the improvements. I'll tell you something, and I am privileged to be in one of the groups. They call it the local maternal and neonatal system. It is a system that was introduced by the reproductive department under the Ministry of Health to enable interconnected support in different regions. So that particular case you're referring to, I may not have sight, but I'll tell you this. There was a conversation on the WhatsApp group about that mother from Mukono to Kawempe and Mulago. Every day, the teams are having conversations about such cases. Every day, the teams are finding blood from Nakasero Blood Bank, from another hospital, ensuring that it gets to another mother. So my comment on that would be this. Let us continue to make meaningful contribution to this cause, and one day we shall get there. Of course, the partnership with Ministry of Health allows for a strategic view towards addressing this challenge. I'll give you an example. As Stanbic Bank, we started distributing Mama Kits first. Once we engaged the Ministry of Health, they said to us, look here, Mama kits are good, but as you're bringing the mama kits, can you please bring along equipment that can be used by even more mothers? And that is why now we're doing a lot of equipment. And as I speak, as an entity, we have supported either through a mama kit or equipment more than 40 health facilities across the country, with Kisugu being one of them. And where there is a need, trust me, Stanbic will be there. And where we can partner with Rotary, that's even better. Thank you very much.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you very much. I will give you space, 30 seconds. Odong, in case we are to continue, what are the 1 or 2 things you think need attention?
Thank you, Rotarian. The 1, 2 things is that the leading causes of maternal mortality in our country are preventable. The SDG talks about 70. When I probed, I was like, why do we even accept 70? They said, look here, the force of nature sometimes happens. But where a case is preventable, we must all join the fight to ensure that we must save that mother's life when they appear at any health center in the country. And what it takes is that we must work with the government, aware that donor funding is declining. Last month, we went through the budget, so we are aware of what lies in front of us. My takeaway is this: what we can do, let us do. What we can do, let us do in large numbers so that no mother in our country dies from a preventable cause while bringing life into the world. Thank you very much.
Very good. Thank you, friends, colleagues. You know, our time is really fast spent, but this is what I want to request and beg of you. Rotarian to be Diana, Hope Creator President Dorothy, and our in-charge John. I would like to request and make a plea that if you could please stay put. I still see some hands up. I still have some questions and comments in the chat section. So I would like to request that at the end of our engagement, if you could please stay behind so that we can be able to share weigh in this together, so that we are able to create more impact in this space, so that we are able to wind down this discussion later on. But this is what I want to do. I know that there is a moment of saying thank you to you, but the action person I am, I don't believe in empty thank yous. You rightly put it then that, hey, just a sacrifice of a plate of dinner, of what we could actually save a mother from dying. So there is a number on the screen that is for our treasurer, Rotarian General Pito. I'm actually, you owe me a dinner because I'm doing the vote of thanks in a different way. Let me tell you, it could be just one mama kit, just one that we can be able to put to the table this morning. I guarantee you, it goes a long way in making a world of a difference in what we're talking about today. So I believe that there is no much better way to say thank you to the in-charge here, to say thank you to our Hope Creator President Dorothy, to say thank you to our partner, Stanbic Bank, Diana, than them leaving this place this morning knowing that, you know what, while at daybreak this morning we collected, it could be 1, it could be 10, it could be 20, whatever it is, a mama kit costs only 40K. So I've been sharing the screen on our treasurer. I will make appeal of thanks to each and every single one of us. Please, if you can, donate a mama kit. And I've just sent mine to you, General Pito. It could be 1 or 2 or 10. That is the best way we can move the vote of thanks. 10 mama kits, let me tell you, could save 10 mothers and 10 children. Wow, what impact. So there's no better way of saying thank you. Could say thank you, we will even clap your hands and all that, but I believe with all my heart that giving 2, 3 mama kits is actually even way and beyond. So with that, I will leave the numbers of thank you to the screen. It is there in the name of General Peter. She is our irresistible treasurer. So thank you for now. Back to you, irresistible President Amani.
Thank you. Thank you very much, President Rotarian Frederick Chitakure. That was super. That was magical. That was amazing. If I can quote the words of my amazing president. Friends, I would like to quote the words of the Dalai Lama, that our sole purpose as human beings on earth is to help others. But if we cannot help them, let's not hurt them. Friends, we as Rotarians not taking action is hurting them. Indeed, our moderator, it has been beautiful. And thank you for ending it with a call to action. Friends, our next intervention will be in the next month of August. If you feel touched by what you've heard and what is happening in our communities, you see, when we sit, please pray for me the image of the mothers that were at Kisugu. If you may, the admins of this fellowship. Pray that picture where we have the mothers of Kisugu. I was in attendance. I was privileged to be a part of that. And I can tell you, when you look at those young ladies, you may think they are school children, they are school-going children, but these are young mothers. I remember we asked one of them how old she was. She told us 16, and we were not convinced. She could have been 15 or even less. That is the girl that our projects director, Rotarian Lynn Nabari, took up and adopted. And indeed, Lynn, you must be the happiest having seen me turning that young girl and taking care of her. Friends, I would like to thank you. I can't add more. You have made the vote of thanks in a special way. Let's respond to this call to action. And in case you feel touched, reach out to us or direct to this number that is being displayed on the screen, or reach out to our Kampala Daybreak and make a pledge of what you'd like to do. In light of the comments and questions that were put, yes, Rotarian Luz, we will talk about and think about the global grants. For example, in the next fellowship, we'll have a special fellowship on needs assessment, hosted by us, Kampala Daybreak, and facilitated by none other than Dr. Richard Karunji. For that, I thank you all. I would like to invite, we can't do a more vote of thanks than what you have done, Rotarian Frederick. I'd like to invite the Sergeant at Arms to give us the statistics as we move to wind up this fellowship. Over to you, Sergeant at Arms.
Thank you, President. Good morning to our Rotarians, Rotaractors, and our guests on call this morning. Thank you for keeping us warm in today's fellowship. Thank you for loving daybreak. President, at the peak of our fellowship, we had 80 people in attendance, and we had 20 Rotary clubs visiting and 3 Rotaract clubs present. So our Rotary clubs I have posted in the chat, but I'll still go ahead and read them. RC Chiwatule, RC Sonde, RC Machindie, RC Sunrise Kampala, RC Chira, RC Mengo, RC Kampala South, RC Mbalwa, RC Akasha Sunset, RC Bulova, RC Ntinda, RC Kampala Morning Stars, RC Nigeria, RC Kampala North, RC Kampala Impala, RC Kasese, RC Kampala Nalia, RC Ngora, RC Boyogere Nambole, and RC Serere. Our Rotary clubs present today were the Rotary Club of Mulago School of Nursing and Midwifery, the Rotary Club of Bukoto, and the Rotary Club of Nansana. If I have missed out your club, kindly register with us in the chat room. President, I also want to note that our prospects are also online, attending today's fellowship, which is such a wonderful thing. Thank you all for attending today's fellowship. President, over to you.
Thank you, our super magic Sergeant at Arms, Rotarian Face to Shabe, for handling that part very well. And for that, I would like to specially recognize the district leaders that were on call with us today, this morning, and also recognize the magic presidents that were online this morning, and all of you fellow Rotarians and friends that managed to be with us this morning. Our fellowships, our meetings, rooms open at 6:30. We enjoy the morning crew, and would like to invite you to always come early and exchange pleasantries and have a virtual coffee. From me to you, lots of love and God bless you. Let me invite Rotarian Julius Namara to take us, to give us the final toast. Our membership director, Rotarian Julius, over to you.
Thank you, President. Good morning, Rotarians, Rotaractors, and friends on call. I hope I'm audible enough.
Yes, you are.
Okay. For the wonderful fellowship we've had, I want to propose a final toast to Rotary International.
Rotary
the world over.
The world over.
Rotary world over.
Friend, has been me, Ferian Amanya Wilberforce, Magic President of the Club of Catholic Presidents. Please remember, do not hurt them. I'm not looking at the Rotarian, hurting them. Blessed weekend.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you very much, Irresistible President Amanya. I think we'll spare 10, maximum 10 to 15 minutes to really wind down our interaction on this morning. Just to check in, John, are you still with us?
Yes, I'm still there.
Very good. Hope Creator President Dorothy, are you still with us? President Dorothy, are you still with us?
Yes, I am, but I'll request to drop off. I have another meeting starting at exactly 8.
We release you and thank you for being with us. Diana, are you with us?
Yes, Rotarian.
Wonderful. So I see one hand up from none other than John Bijamano. John Bijamano, you have a question or comment?
Moderator. Before John comes in, can I say something small? I feel my question has not been answered. As the magic president said that we are going to do needs assessment. Now that we have the in charge of Kisugu, what pressing need is there? for us. I was asking, I would imagine they do a lot of referrals because they don't have the theater, or even maybe the nursery is very small. In his opinion, if we are to take this project on a higher level, what would we invest in? But I have not had my question answered. And
Very
yet
good.
we have.
Very good. Thank you, Rotarian Ruth. And I'm sure John, the in charge, has heard your cry. I'm sure he will speak to it. But I would like to pick one more question so that they are all answered at a go. Rotarian John.
Thank you, Frederick. Mine is really not a question as such. I just wanted to commend Rotarian Lynn, our own Rotarian Lynn, for taking up this young mother. I attended an event on road safety with Rotarian Lynn, which was really my first opportunity to interact and interface with her. And I just want to say the world needs more Rotarian Lynns, people who change lives one person at a go. And I just want to commend fellow Rotarians and say, look out for opportunities to change lives, just one person at a go. So I just wanted Frederick to commend Rotarian Lynn for that act of changing the life of that mother. And Rotary is richer by the activities of people like Rotarian Lynn. Thank you to Rotarian Lynn if you are still on the Chimeza.
Oh, yes, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Very good. Very good.
Great.
All right.
Complete.
I will couple your this question to you, John, and then I will bring this to a close. And the question is really about the staffing. What is the staffing level at Chisugu Health Center 3? So this is what we are going to do. John, respond to those two questions. Number one, just to make sure you got them right. One, from Rotarian Ruth. If we so chose to continue, what is or what are those pressing needs that you think that this needs to be addressed? Number two, what is the starting level at Kisugu Health Center 3? And after that, go ahead to give your closing and parting shots. And thereafter, I will invite Diana to also give your parting shots, and we bring this to a close. Yes.
I think Rotarian Frederick, I'm sorry to interject. I wanted to prompt our panelist, John, that the needs of a health center are vast and may never be fulfilled by one Rotary Club or by one intervention. I think the most important thing, John, is for an entity like Chisugu Health Center to point out a most critical need, one most critical need that affects many people, that if it was attended to, would create a lot of change in the health center, because we know that there are many needs and they will not all be attended to. And it would be a lie even to say the government will attend to all these needs. But let's identify just one need and focus on that one need and go to bed knowing that if we sort out that one need, it will create a world of change for that population of poor people around the Chisugu area. I'm just prompting to our panelist, John, to think along those lines.
Thank you, Rotarian John Benjamin.
President Frederick, I'm sorry my network was very bad. I'm in the city of oil and somehow I was on and off. However, I want to support Rotarian John that one by one makes a bundle. But I also wanted to give information that teenage pregnancy is one of the priorities that the Ministry of Health is taking on. Of recent, the Permanent Secretary was contacting Ministry of Education, and I know there is a strategy that has been put in place to manage teenage pregnancy. So if we do something small in Kisugu, and then another something small is done in another area, then we can get what we want. But also I wanted to say, there was a post in the chat room that let us talk to a boy child and a girl child. So what I wanted to say is that to manage teenage pregnancy, to prevent teenage pregnancy, it cannot begin at the health facility. It must begin from the communities. where these girls are. And of course, the communities, our homes, our schools, our villages, and so on. So the strategy, when we are doing the needs assessment, I know the in charge of Kisugu is aware of this. Let us have an intervention that will go beyond the facility. Moderator, that's what I wanted to submit.
Thank you so much. John, over to you.
Yes, thank you so much. Our moderator, I want to begin with the question from Ruth. Really, Ruth, what you have said has touched me more, because you even suggested whether we could need a nursery or we need a theater. I want to say that what we are doing, we need to scale up. We need an health center for that will somehow decongest our referral facilities. Really, we are lucky that the Ministry of Health has already upgraded our facility to Health Center 4, but it has not yet started to function, and it might take time. Last week, they sent a team who came to assess whether it is viable for us to go to Health Center 4, or whether they can start immediately. And we were among the health centers which were assessed. The team were from State House and from the Ministry of Health. And I know soon they will come back with their final decision on what to do. So now our major place where we are referring, in fact, I said we are measuring particularly on referral, because most of these mothers, they have complications. Things like PPH, we have to refer them because we don't give blood here. Things like eclampsia, that fit when a mother is delivering, they need operation. And things like big babies that the mother cannot push. So all these, as the ministry has already decided, it points towards the fact that we need at least an upgrade. And for this health center to be upgraded, we need a theater. So in line with what I see, if we can make a theater, if these people if you can think in that line and make a very big project, a theater would fasten. It would lift the level of Kisugu to another level very fast. We can come faster than Kiswa, but the one of Kiswa is now on the road. They have started the construction. And for Kisugu, it is still not there. So which means Kisugu, even if they are giving, they're upgrading, they may not come as fast as possible, which means our mother will still be referred every time, So I support that. That is a very pressing need. Our mothers, even if we refer them, they get annoyed with us. Why are we referring them? This is what they are doing. And now that we have some machines like the incubator, they want every service to be filled there. So I feel that would be so good. Then secondly,
John's audio has faded out.
The point has been taken, driven home.
Okay. Then on the staffing level, I'm happy to tell you that Kisugu has a very good staffing level. In most of the health center 3 up country, you find that many
health center 3, they only have a total of 19 staff. But when you come to most of the health centers of KCCA facilities in Kampala, including Kisugu, you get that the staffing level is okay. Like, for example, we have a medical officer, there are 2 in the health center. We have 2 clinicians, that is 2 clinical officers. We have 20 midwives. Then we have 22 nurses with different categories, different qualifications. Then we have health information assistants, there are 2. Then we have dental officers, there are also 2. And we have I hope I'm being heard.
Yes, we
John,
can
you are
hear you.
being heard.
Okay. So we really have a good staffing level, which is even more than some of the health center posts up country. So there is no problem with the staffing level of Kisugu Health Center. So once we are upgraded, we can simply move because the staff are there. Then lastly, I want to appreciate what the Rotary and Stanley Park has done for us, the equipment they have given us. This has given us a point, and the quality of service has improved because we have equipment and the moral support to health workers and the community. It is really appreciated. It has made even my work somehow moving a bit with less stress. So I just want to say that let our mothers not fear childbirth. Childbirth, many people fear. It is not a sickness. They should come to facilities and be assisted. That is what I can say. Thank you so much.
John, if I may come in before you go away, one of the things you've not spoken about is that if you get a theater, you will need some kind of post-operative recovery facility. You cannot have mothers getting out of the theater after an operation and heading to the village in Namuongo. So a theater will essentially come with a facility where mothers can recover after operation. So I want those who are thinking about this to bear that in mind, that a theater will not exist and function in isolation. There will be a requirement for the place where these mothers can rest and recover from the operation after the operation. Thank you, John.
Very good. Thank you, John, for doing what the Johns do and for indeed supporting your namesake, and a great input and great comment and contribution thereabout. But I just like to say that, yeah, all that is good. I like the guidance given in Rotary that we never do anything unless a proper and informative needs assessment is done, upon which the needs are put on a priority and affordability test. So which I'm sure that should there be interest and intent of really engaging this deeper, definitely a validation of the needs assessment that was done will be done, and then we'll be able to move forward. I would like to invite you, Diana, to please give us your parting shots, and then we'll bring this to a close.
Frederick, can I interrupt just a little bit, because I'm also about to go off because of a poor connection.
I would request that, John, let's hear in Diana, then I will allow you to bring this to a close. Let's allow in Diana. Thanks. Yes, Diana, your parting shots.
Thank you very much, Rotarian. I'd like to thank the club, but also Rotary as a whole, for the partnership in the area of safe motherhood. This is something that will have more impact when more players come together rather than solve problems in piecemeal. Collaboration and partnership allows us to pick a challenge and we have the opportunity to address it 100% and then move on to the next challenge. So I'd like to thank the club and I look forward to a continued partnership. Thank you very much.
Very good. I have one question for you, Diana. What's your thought and your pulse of becoming a Rotarian?
I get that question a lot. And I like to call myself a Rotary Village Corp because in my past life, I made it to the position of vice president. But I'll give it thought. And I have promised before to do visits and then to find the club that works for me. And yes, I'll come back to Rotary eventually. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you, Diana. Please do visit as many Rotarians as you can and do not at any one moment hesitate to shout where you need guidance on how you can be really officially welcomed back, because you're a true Rotarian at heart. All you're doing is what Rotary does, I can tell you. Ours is to officially welcome you as part of us. Thank you so much and enjoy the rest of your day. And we'll definitely, I'm sure we'll have deeper engagements and interaction on how we further this in the future. Rotarian John Bijemano, 30 seconds, your parting thought.
Frederick, 30 seconds. I think, as you know, I don't know whether this is the appropriate Chimeza to bring this in, but you know, we've been talking to friends from a city called Houston in Texas in the USA who identified a supply of hospital equipment. And we started a conversation with them. And I think the conversation has largely involved President Dorothy and incoming President Amanya and probably Dr. Bikumbi. But we are talking to this group, and I think the needs assessment for a place like Kisugu would really feed into our conversation with the Ugandan community in Houston, Texas, because they gave us what they had, but they didn't know what we need. And so doing a needs assessment at a place like Kisugu feeds into this conversation very well, because we need the people who are giving us equipment now and in the future to know what our needs are so that they can focus on getting for us what we need rather than what is available there. Thank you.
Awesome. I'm glad and grateful that irresistible President Amanya is still on call, and that has gone to the deepest end of his ears, and so has it for Rotarian Lydia Lynn, who is our projects the person. So you will weigh into that and we'll be able to move. So friends, I really want to thank you so much for this moment of interaction that we have had. We would like to continue creating hope and impact and make this place a better place. Thank you so much for being a part of this. It's right about now that we would like to bring this to a close. God bless you, and may He may continue to make you a blessing. Bye for now.
Thank you very much, CMP Frederick. And thank you all, friends.
Thank you very much. Have a fantastic weekend.
Thank you, you too.
Lovely weekend, people. Thank you.
Thank you. Goodbye.